Hello everyone. Good morning, children. So, are you ready for today's lecture? Okay, good. So, let's start today's lecture. Today we are going to start a lecture number 4 of chapter 20, that is disaster management. So, come to the page number 148. First we revised and then we'll start a new topic. So here, chapter 20. So in chapter 20, disaster management, we have learned about the types of disaster. That is two. First one is natural disaster and the second one is man-induced disaster. So in first one, natural disaster, we had learned about the flood, then earthquake, then cyclone, tsunami, drought, and forest fire. And also, I learned about what to do and what not to do at the time of this type of natural disaster. And then we have started about the main induced disaster. So, mostly industrial accidents, bomb explosions, fire, riots, etc. are included in the man-induced disaster. So, first one in mind-induced disaster is that industrial accident. Then, Bhopal gas tragedy. See, students, we have learned and studied in detail these all disaster. So now I don't need to explain again. I hope you all remember that. Then rescue operation during gas leakage and viral disease. And today we'll start with the terrorist attack. But before that, just revise the important points in what to do and what not to do in all the cases. So come to the first point, that is flood. So see students, we just revised it. First one, by flood we generally mean an extensive land area remaining submerged underwater continuously for several days, and when river bank overflow it banks in nearby land area comes under the water, that is called flood. It is a natural event. So in that type of situations, what to do and what not to do. So collect our precious and personal requirements. Then don't keep the children hungry. After flood, receipts drink only boil water. Then radio, mobile phone should be kept with us. And also be aware of snacks and try to come to dry places. And what not to do. So do it not eat food prepared in food water because that is not hygienic. Then cyclone. So due to atmospheric disturbance, a severe storm strike suddenly. The reason is being that the atmospheric disturbance. So these storms are known as cyclone in Indian subcontinent. Then in USA, tornado and hurricane. Then in China, it is called typhoon. So in different countries, it is known as with the different name. So cyclone is very very dangerous disaster. So at that time, what to do? So keep viewing the news bulletin Also, uh, should keep an extra battery ready in radio, mobile phone, or if we have a power bank, then also it should also be charged fully in advance. Stay additional food, dry breakfast, and drinking water as per need. And use pure and safe drinking water. See, students, I don't read all the points. I also read the important points. I know all the points is important, but still I don't read all because it is a just a revision. Then earthquake. So at that earthquake means generally the shaking of surface of the earth. We all know, and out of mostly students out of from you also feel the earthquake disaster. So due to tectonic activities, interior of the earth and earthquake is felt. See students, again I repeat. So we just complete the earthquake. And the next topic is tsunami and forest fire. But and dude, but we don't need to revise this because we have already revised this two times in last lecture and before the last lecture. So now we'll start the man-induced disaster revision. So mostly industrial accident, then gas tragedy, fire, terrorist attacks, etc. Riots are the man-induced disaster. So in man-induced disaster, first one is industrial accident. So, industrial accidents means in industrial town, mills, factories, etc. There is a chance of accident even after enough precautions are taken. So, due to such accidents, result into death of people, livestock, damage and property also, and also very badly affected environment. Then Bhopal Gas Agency. So in 1984, on 3rd December, early morning, this poisonous gas started leaking, and which is lasted for about 40 minutes. And this event took place in early morning, and due to that, gas was spread very quickly over a densely populated area. And according to official figures, about 2,500 people died and thousands of residents in Bhopal were affected by this poisonous gas. And beside the people, the gas also killed a thousand of birds and animals. Then 10,000 people became handicapped permanently and 1.5 lakh people were handicapped partially. Then rescue operation during gas leakage. So at that time what to do and what not to do. You just read by yourself. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes for reading after complete the viral disease. So we all know what is viral disease, and also we have felt this with this situation because now we all are in a situation in which the corona viral disease is spreading, and coronavirus is the best example of viral disease. So safety remedies against viral disease. So take anti-disease vaccine, arrange for special wards for patient treatment, take a step as per the guideline and instruction. And also important step to be safe from the viral disease is to be vigilant about the infection. So before some years, thousands of people have been victims of disease like dengue, Ebola, swine flu, influenza, etc. And during the plague epidemic of Surat, September 1994, and the recently swine flu and dengue epidemics. And now coronavirus will added in this era in future, not now. So here we done the viral disease, and now we'll start the terrorist attack. But before that, you just read it what to do and what not to do at the time of rescue operation during gas leakage. Then we'll start the terrorist attack. Just read it. I zooming my screen so you can read easily. Just complete your reading and then we'll start the terrorist attack. You have just 2 to 3 minutes. And also tick mark the important points. Okay, done. So, terrorist attack. Ready for new topic? Okay, good. So, we will just complete our revision of last 1, 2, 3 lecture, and now we'll start the today's new topic, terrorist attack. So, we all know that since last decades of last century, the terrorist activity in entire world has become very much big. So, in reality, terrorism does not care for any race, community, or region. It is the enemy of mankind. See, terrorism does not care about any community or region. It's just the enemy of mankind. So, the immoral destructive acts performed by person or group is called terrorism. Please underline, so students. Any immoral destructive acts which is performed by person or a group, then it is called terrorism. Inhuman acts like destruction of property, then creating atmosphere of fear and thereby draw attention towards their demands, genocides, abduction, etc. are the terrorist weapon. See, so I also underline this point. And nowadays, the terrorism has spread in many countries of the world. So in recent time, perhaps no country is safe from terrorism because in entire world, in all the countries, terrorism has spread. Mostly, very few countries are safe from terrorism. So first important in this para is the terrorism definition. That is immoral destructive acts performed by a group of person, that is called terrorism. Then inhuman acts like destructive of property, creating an atmosphere of fear and thereby draw attention towards said demand, genocide and abduction, etc. are the terrorist weapon. Then some terrorist incidents of world. We have just discussed about some terrorist incidents of the world. So we just read this because not uh, normal explanation in this topic. We just read and try to learn events. So on 11th September 2001, series of suicidal attacks were made in USA by terrorist organization. About 19 terrorists hijacked 4 passenger jet planes, of which 2 planes were dashed against the Twin Towers in New York City. See, first incidents in 11 September 2001, series of suicidal attacks were made. About 19 terrorists hijacked 4 passenger jet planes, and out of which two planes were dashed against the Twin Tower in New York. So, due to this, all passengers on board and many people working in this tower were killed within a few minutes, and many people were injured as their houses collapsed. Of the other two planes, one dashed with the Pentagon and the other dashed into a farm in Pennsylvania, and there was no survivor from these two planes. So, in this attack, near about 3,000 people were victimized and more than 6,000 were injured. See, it is very tragic story. Sorry, it's not a story, it is reality, but it is very tough situation at that time. So, second, on 30th December 2001, five terrorists from one terrorist organization attacked the Indian Parliament building and took the complex under its ban by firing without any restraint. Indian army soldiers staked their lives and defeat the plan of nation's enemy to dissolve the parliament, which is like a holy temple of democracy. About 8 security guards became martyrs and the 16 were wounded. You all know what is the meaning of martyrs. Mostly a soldier were sorry, huh? When soldiers that in any war or any event which happened for the country's safety, then we can say that soldiers were martyrs and 16 were wounded. So this was a second terrorist incident, and on 26th November 2008 night, a series of bomb blasts and firing took place near well-known hotel and some important place in Mumbai at regular interval. So about 137 person were injured. In some well-known hotels, and terrorists kept many people under custody, and the central government sent 200 NSG, National Security Guards, commandos, 50 military commandos, and 5 battalions to control the situation. See, 200 NSG commando, 50 military commando, and 5 battalion to control the situation. After 2 days of struggle, all the terrorists equipped with the modern armaments were killed. Then, in December 2014, about 141 persons, including 132 innocent students, were killed in terrorist attack on army school. So, located in the cantonment area of Peshawar in Pakistan. So here we done some terrorist incidents of the world. You just read these incidents because it is very important for examination, and you should learn if possible right now. So you have 2 minutes for read all the terrorist incidents. Then we'll start what to do and what not to do at the time of terrorist incidents. Try to read in speed. Try to speedily read. and also underline the numerical information in this topic. Okay, done. Okay, now what to do and what not to do. First, pointing what to do. Inform the police about any doubtful behavior of any person, whether it is unknown or known. Mostly unknown peoples were terrorists. Then do not touch any unclaimed things in public place such as shopping mall, cinemas, garden, religious place, etc. Whereas things is very attractive, still don't touch that. Then cooperate in security check for safety reason. We all see whenever we going to mall, cinema or other public place, mostly securities guard checked us कि हमारे पास कोई चीज़ नहीं है ना, right? So cooperate that security check for safety reason. Then if you rent your house it with the nearest police station, this is required under the legal provision. Then public place should be well equipped with CCTV cameras. While traveling bus or train, if any person is noticed having left leaving his luggage behind, inform the responsible authorities immediately. If you are while you are traveling in bus or train with family or not, if you feel that any person is noticed your luggage, then inform the responsible authorities immediately. If your neighbor is single, does not mingle with local people, is working on computer till late night, then inform the police about his or her behavior. Then inform police about the unclaimed vehicle. See, here totals 8 points given what to do at the time. At the time to nahi, but for safety from the terrorism and precautions for that, and what not to do. So don't accept any goods or parcel from any unknown person. Don't rent your house to be unknown person without true inquiry about him, and don't sell your home, mobile phone or vehicle to any unknown person, because that unknown person is misused for your mobile phone for illegal activities. Now, we have done the terrorism attacks, then some terrorist incidents, and also what to do and what not to do. Now, one more man-induced disaster, that is riots. So see, this problem is faced by many countries in the world. If we see or examine the general characteristics of any riots, so it is notice that most of the person are not aware of its root cause or purpose, because their presence is only for crowding or for imitation. Such a crowd which gathers without any common purpose or interest, so seems to be disturb the peace internationally, that is called riots. And such riots make administrative setup which is established by law unstable. See, riots make administrative setup which is established by law unstable. Underline that, and also underline कि if we examine general characteristics of any riots, it is noticed that most of the person are not aware of its root cause or purpose. Sometimes when such riots take a political color and turn into revolt, or are transformed into a communal riots, the social well-being and harmony are at risk, because mostly at the time of elections or other reasons, uh, opposite political parties try to spread riots, so innocent citizens have suffered a lot due to such riots, and mostly medical middle class family. The life sustenance of laborers become very difficult. Moreover, a lot of life and property are damaged. So it creates a challenge to maintain the unity and integrity of the nation, and also uh, country's peace are disturbed. So it is necessary to curb the riots through strong action. So riots is also man-induced disaster, and it is also spread by the human, a crowd or group of people. Then what to do and what not to do. So prevent talk which spread rumors or violence. Try to prevent that type of talk. Then form a peace committee in your residential area and be actively involved. Then perform your civil duties by helping those affected by the riots. Then do not be what not to do. So do not be instrumental in spreading rumors. Uh, for example, if any one person uh, told us some information which is not perfect or not real, and one kind of rumors, and we spread the rumors. So uh, don't do this type, because don't be instrumental in spreading rumors. Then don't violate the instructions or curfew declared by authority to maintain law and order, and do not believe and spread baseless talk appearing in social media. So clear? I hope you all understand perfectly, and in one time you don't understand, then see this video again. Try to understand perfectly, and here we done today's lecture. So in today's lecture we have done terrorist attack, some terrorist incidents, what to do, what not to do, and riots. So traffic police problems will start from the next lecture. So here we done today's lecture. Goodbye everyone. I hope you all enjoy a lot today's lecture, and try to understand. I don't give that much explanations, because in these chapters many topics just try read it or go through, because not that much explanations in this all topics. So try to learn all the topics and points. Okay, goodbye everyone.